In the specific instance where you want to raise or you want to negotiate or bring up the notion of a raise, I think you have to look at the conditions of the playing field, right? Which is, what's the state of the company? What's the state of the industry? Is it in retraction or is it in expansion? Typically, obviously, when times are better and the organization is doing well, there are greater opportunities to ask for a raise and put yourself in a position where you can get a raise. There are two camps here. They're sort of, I call them zeros and ones. There are the zeros who just put their head down, do a good job, and expect the company to look after them from a compensation perspective. There are the ones, I call them flame chasers, that are out there. It doesn't matter what they do. They want more money and they want a gold star, right? And I don't think either one is correct. I think what you need to be is somewhere in the middle, which is, yes, you need to put your head down. Yes, you need to do a good job. Yes, you need to get noticed. But then you need to, at the appropriate time, not when the company's cutting 20,000 employees and in total retraction, but when the conditions are right, and they're getting more right as we move into 2011 and 12, start to have conversations with your boss and really start the conversations around additional responsibility, roles that you're interested in, broader roles inside the organization. Because with role and definition of role and broader definition of role often comes compensation. So, you can go right at the heart sometimes, and you just need to, in your one-on-one with your boss, have a compensation discussion and bring up the idea of salary. And you can benchmark yourself against the external world and say, look, I've fallen behind. Here's what my peer group makes. I feel like, I'm doing a great job. I've done X, Y, and Z, and come factually relevant with your X, Y, and Z and have that conversation. Or you can go the route of, additional responsibility, broader role, new role, which again often opens up the discussion around compensation. And when you have a mechanism like role or responsibility to open up the discussion, then you can come into that not looking like a meat eater that only wants is only about money, but you can come in through a facilitated discussion and then have a meaningful discussion about your compensation going forward.